CNN releasing a poll that led its own anchors to start a show this morning with, oof, when it comes to Joe Biden and these numbers. 67% believe the Democrats should nominate someone other than Biden. That's up from 54% in March. Only 39% job approval rating. That's down from 41% in July, which was already bad. It was 51%, by the way, in March of 21. So now it's now 39. Fewer than half of Americans believe Biden cares about people like them. Only 33% describe him as someone they would be proud to have as president. And 1/4 of the electorate, only 26%, believe Biden has the stamina and sharpness to serve effectively as president. That's down 6 points just from March. These are stunningly bad numbers, Rick.
Yeah, look, I'm the wrong person to ask this. I've done 7 presidential races. I'm old. And let me just say this.
You are not old.
I don't think there's a single time that I've been on a presidential race, and I've done 7, where we don't have a moment where the media say, oh, I hate both people. I wish somebody else was running. Both candidates are bad, and polls about, both of them are bad. Look, it's the system that we have. I think Joe Biden is terrible. I think he's going to lose on gas prices alone. And yesterday, he's taking away even more of the supply. And so what I believe is that people feel this. People feel this because they have to, gas up every single week. They go to the grocery store, and these are just the fundamental issues they see. Now, the media likes to, try to make it about trans issues or abortion and all of that. I actually think that people are more concerned about their everyday ability to pay for gas, pay for groceries, and to pay for, their kids' soccer practice and the everyday things that people are supposed to pay for. So I think he's done. And I'm somebody who believes that the Democrats, who are so calculating and so united, will wait until it's 2 weeks before the convention, and then suddenly something will happen to Joe Biden, and he won't be able to continue. And they'll take it to the convention, and there'll be a fight with Gavin Newsom and the vice president. And lo and behold, we better come up with a third person, and the unity candidate will be Gretchen Whitmer from Michigan, and she'll make it all about abortion. Ooh. That's what I think is going to happen. She won big. She made it about abortion. They want to put the first woman president. They're not going to go with a straight white male again. They'll get completely crucified if Gavin Newsom is the guy. And I'll say this lastly. I live in California. I know Gavin Newsom. I relish seeing him in a swing state. He's going to get slaughtered. This whole idea that somehow he is electable is a joke. He doesn't even work in swing counties in California. They keep him away from San Fernando Valley. They keep him away from Palm Springs. He doesn't go to places that are not hardcore left. He goes from San Francisco to LA and little parts of San Diego, and that's it.
That's so funny, because I really think the love affair with Gavin Newsom starts and ends with his hair. They're like, he's good looking. He's got nice hair. And then you actually take a dive into California politics and the policies that he's signed off on and pushed, and you recoil. Like the very Midwesterners they might get if they go with Gretchen Whitmer. I love this theory. This is actually very interesting to me. Would hate what Gavin Newsom is doing to children in California, parental rights. We could go down the list. But how is it? I don't know if you know the answer to this, but is it as easy? Would it be as easy as at the Democratic National Convention, Biden says, thanks for the memories, but I'm bailing. And then would you please put your support behind Gretchen? And then the Democrats just vote on her? Like it can all happen right then and there?
Of course. These people are not interested in transparency or an actual election. They are interested in keeping their power. So what's going to happen? I believe that this is absolutely going to happen. They realize they cannot put Joe Biden forward, but they don't want to have a messy primary. They'll spend a lot of money and it'll be crazy. The elites are just going to pick. They do this all the time at their convention. They shut people up. Remember the famous moment at the convention. I was there in Charlotte when Mayor Villaraigosa was up on the platform and they were voting on something, and it was it was a vocal vote, and it was about Israel versus Palestine. And immediately the whole crowd was like pro-Palestinian, and he was like, "Oh, the ayes have it for Israel." And we like moved on.
I was there
and
too.
It was, like,
I remember.
so blatantly, obviously a lie. But the media, you know, they just dutifully regurgitate everything. So yeah, they're going to do this. The elites will get together at the convention and they'll spin it as like, oh, it was too late. And so this is the rules of the convention. We got to come together, and then they'll just hoodwink everybody.
Okay, now you say probably they recognize Kamala Harris's weaknesses as well, and that's why they'd go with somebody like from the Midwest, which is Michigan's a very important state, Wisconsin a very important state, and all the swing states are a little bit more moderate than the politics of Kamala Harris, who's like a Gavin Newsom Jr. would support. There is, however, Kamala Harris's incredible oratory abilities, her rhetoric, and its inspiration to millions of Americans. There's a new chapter on that front today. Ric Grenell, here she is, inspiring us all about unclear. Take a listen.
I feel very strongly about the importance as a general matter of engaging in U.S. policy as it relates to foreign affairs in a way that we pay attention, of course, to the immediate concerns and threats if they exist, but that we also pay attention to 10, 20, 30 years down the line and what we are developing now that will be to the benefit of our country.
What?
I mean,
so she can't.
When I see that as a Californian, it's so obvious to me what's happening in California. Kamala Harris, Gavin Newsom, I will put HHS Secretary Javier Becerra, all of these Democrats in California rise to the national level completely unvetted. The LA Times has never vetted these people. No one in Sacramento is vetting them, except for the California Globe, which has now emerged as an amazing publication if you really want to see something in California. So go to the California Globe. But everybody else is literally just singing the Democratic songbook. And these politicians, they get on the national stage. Kamala Harris literally went from San Francisco to Sacramento to Washington 100% unvetted. Nobody ever asked her tough questions. So these Democrats in California arrive in Washington and they think that, you know, can I say it? Their shit doesn't stink. And all of a sudden they face some scrutiny and they collapse. And this is the phenomenon of the California media.
Junk science. That's what the doctor called many of those fruit and vegetable supplements on the market. Junk science because they use extracts of common produce department fruits and veggies with few health benefits. But I want to tell you about Field of Greens. Field of Greens is different. They use the whole organic fruit and vegetable, not a watered down supplement. And it's backed by a better health promise, which I'm going to tell you about. Each ingredient in Field of Greens was scientifically chosen to support vital organs like heart, lungs, and kidney health. Others support your immune system, blood pressure, metabolism, and healthy weight loss. Their better health promise is simple. The next time you're at the doctor for a checkup, if the doc doesn't say, hey, you're looking healthier than before, you get your money back. That's a deal right there. So let me get you started with 15% off. Visit fieldofgreens.com and use my promo code MK. That's promo code MK at fieldofgreens.com. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.